Hi! In this video I will tell you how to start backpacking with no money. So I have a small book where I wrote a lot of notes, so bear with me. So first, if you want to backpack, there's plenty of ways to backpack. There's not one way to backpack. I have in my head 3 different ways to backpack. Maybe there's more, let me know if there's more. But I did a video about the 3 ways to backpack, and this video is called How to Backpack, and it's appearing, I think it's here or here or here, so just go check it out after watching this video. And I learned this while I was traveling and backpacking, because when I left I didn't know anything. Like, when I'm telling you I didn't even know the word backpacking, yeah, it was that bad, seriously. So yes, there's multiple ways of backpacking, and if you want to do the way I was doing, which is trying to find work in the places you will be backpacking, then you will need something called either a visa, so a work visa, because there are multiple different visas, so it's either a work visa, or if you are from Europe, you will need a FIN. It's a foreigner identification number, and it's allowing you to work in this country forever. So there's one thing with the FIN, is that if it has been 5 years that you haven't, stayed in this country, and you want to go back there because you know that you have the FIN and you want to work there again, you will need to reactivate the FIN. Like, you still have it, the number, but you will just need to reactivate to put the right address where you live now and stuff. And yes, that's it. Just the reactivation is totally different in every country, so just be careful about that. So something that I did was translating my CV in English wherever I was. Alright, so I started in Greece, and I didn't have the FIN, I didn't have anything. And I know there's people who told me I don't even know how to do the papers, where to start. Yeah, me too. Seriously, I didn't know what to do, where to go, but guess what? I asked people. And when I was there, so how to go there is either you're trying to find a job before going there, or when you're here, or when you're there. Okay, me, I didn't even wait to find a job before going there. I directly went there, and I was like, alright. So I had few money with me. Then I got scammed, 700 euros. I think I did a video, a story time about that. And then I was like, okay, I barely have enough money now to stay. And I was like, the first country, I will have to go back to France. No, because I'm French. I just worked my ass off to stay there, and yeah. So I ended up translating my CV, and I went everywhere. And when I'm telling you everywhere, I went everywhere. Once I found it, a volunteer place. And in this volunteer place, I worked like 3 hours a day, 2 to 3 hours a day, and it was really good. And it was in Corfu, Greece, in the island. And then I talked to the person that was, having me in her place, and they were like, oh yeah, I can help you find a job. You will need the FIN, but I can help you and tell you where to get the FIN and stuff. So just say it. Talk. You just have to talk. The thing is, I was hoping that things would happen this way, because I met one guy when I was in a hostel, like pretty much my age, and he was telling me this. He was telling me, oh, I just went to a volunteer place and they helped me to find work. And it was a guy that volunteered in France, actually. So I was like, oh, that's so perfect, but like it's never, like it will not happen to me, because it's just, and I was like, all right, and it did happen to me. So you have to have some nerve. to do certain things that you're like, yeah, but you know, I can't do this because maybe it's not polite, or maybe it's usually it's just in your brain, you know. Okay, don't be impolite for sure, but just asking for help, well, just, you have nothing to lose. This is what I was still thinking and saying to myself, so that I could you know, get out of my comfort zone. Please go out of your comfort zone. Alright, so the next thing, that's exactly what I said. The point I said right after is that go talk to people, ask for help, have some nerve. And I wrote about the volunteer place, and get idea from, oh yeah, from what others are all telling you. Because when I was in the hostel, so I started in a hostel in Greece, I asked everyone like, oh, you're traveling? Oh, it's been 2 years that you're traveling. How do you do, like, with money? Like, I would ask this to everyone, and everyone will have a fucking different answer. You can ask every person I met during my travels. They will tell you, oh yeah, she did ask me that. And it's just, it's not the first question I will ask, but it will come pretty fast. And it will help me to get an idea to do the same thing. And they were like, yeah, I'm working with this website. Oh, okay, interesting. You know, get ideas, talk, go, have some nerve, you know? Okay, look for websites for jobs, remote jobs. There's some websites. I did a video about that, but it's in French. I was speaking French in the whole video. But there's websites like, application like Glassdoor. It's one app that is with a lot of job posting from a lot of different websites. There it is. I'm working mostly with Upwork, which is, you know, usually it's like working with like small projects. The longest project I had was like 1.5 months, and I made around $600. You know, and it was the first job actually I had on Upwork, so it's quite good. And there's also another one. It's not, I don't work with it, I tried, but I really don't really like it, but it's Fever. Okay, here you go. I give you 3 different things. Find a job now. Do something new. New work fields, because at some point I was a photographer in Greece, and I don't know, like, few months before, if you would ask me or tell me that I would become a photographer, I would have said, yeah, of course. I don't even have a diploma, or I don't have anything. Like, I don't know anything about camera. Even my camera, I couldn't even, like, I didn't know how to use it. Seriously, I didn't even know how to use my own camera, and I was like, I need money. And then I was searching on internet for every kind of jobs, and I was like, oh, photographer. Like, just one time it just dawned on me, like, I was like, why not try to, I'm losing nothing. I got the job. So here you go. You have to search. You have to search outside of your comfort zone. That's fascia. Okay. So that's it. I know there's more ways, as I was saying. I remember I was in Greece and I had no money, like, on my bank account. And when I say bank accounts, it's bank accounts plural. I had like 100 euros or 200 max, and I was in another country, and I was like, okay, I have just enough to either go back to France and stop this shit I tried to do, or either take a risk, which would be to go into a volunteer place somewhere in Greece, and then you will not have enough money anymore to travel back to France. You will not get enough money there because it's a volunteer place, but most of volunteer place you work for free, but they give you, you know, they give you everything else, food and stuff, and you're staying, of course, there for free. You're just not making any money. But thanks to that, I took that risk. I was like, okay, let's try. I'm a risk taker. And I ended up, you know, having a job thanks to the person who was having me there. And she was like, yeah, I have a friend. And then, you know, and then I translated my CV. I tried with this place, but I ended up choosing this one. And then I I translated my CV and I went in every hotels to ask for a job. And I found a job, but then it was a misunderstanding. He wanted me to start like in 3 weeks, and I thought he was saying next week. I don't, anyway, it's just complicated. I ended up not going there, and then in the meantime, I sold my car back to France. Like, my car got sold, so I got some money, and I was like, thank God. But what happened after that was that I went to like 2-3 days in a hotel to stay the night, and I was like, what am I going to do? So I have some money now, but what am I going to do? And then I talked to people, like workers in the hotel, saying that I'm looking for a job, and they were like, we're looking for people. And they were like, wait, I will call the boss. I got the job. So, you know what I mean? Just have some nerve. I started to talk to people in the hotel saying that I was looking for a job, because they were like, why are you here? What are you saying? And instead of faking, because sometimes I would like lie because I would not feel comfortable saying I don't know what I'm doing. But I got honest because I was so, I was down. So yeah, and it was I have really personal issues, so it was a really hard moments, but I took a lot of risk. So you have to take risk when you're backpacking, that's for sure. But not risk that would endanger you, just be careful about that. But risk where you kind of have nothing to lose to try, and if it's not working, then it's not working. So that's it. I hope I don't know what I did this. I hope I helped you, and just let me know if you did that, if you tried to be a backpacker, and if you have been a backpacker. If you have more ways, please tell me if you have more ways to get some money when you're backpacking, and yeah, just let me know, okay? Bye.